The Ghanaian cedi has been beating the US dollar all year. At the start of 2025, it was trading around 14 cedis 70 pesos per dollar. By mid-July, it had strengthened to about 10 cedis 39 pesos per dollar. And this is one of the strongest gains we've ever seen in years. But just as confidence is returning, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, has stepped in with a warning. They say the Bank of Ghana must step back from the foreign exchange market. In other words, let the market control the cedi and stop intervening. This warning has caused stir, not only among economists, but even within Ghana's own government. NPP MP Dr. Kabiru Mahama has also spoken up. He is warning the central bank to halt what he calls excessive currency injection into the economy.
Mr. Speaker, one of the reasons that we are experiencing the appreciation of the cedi is fiscal policy. We admit that it contributes. But we have been reminding this government that much of the impact is due to government of Bank of Ghana direct intervention in the market, which is antithetical to the free liberal market we are operating. When you inject Ghanaian cedi, when you inject dollar into the Ghanaian cedi, it creates a false sense that investors will think that your cedi is doing well. In actual case, it is not doing well. And the IMF has actually come to the country and they have mentioned that the Bank of Ghana must stop. And this House must encourage the Bank of Ghana to stop the measures of intervening and injecting high currency into the economy. Mr. Speaker, to GDP.
And the press is arguing about how much intervention was done in the first quarter. And I'm like, they don't have anything to talk about? If you have a country whose current account has increased from a mere $66 million last year to over $2 billion in the first quarter of this year, why are you surprised when the exchange rate is showing stability? And so my point is, please look at the data.
In a recent review, the IMF advised the Bank of Ghana to reduce its footprint in the foreign exchange market. They are calling for a formal rule-based FX policy, one that let the market, not the central bank, decide the value of the cedi currency. According to the IMF Deputy Managing Director, Boli, this will help anchor expectations, stabilize inflation, and attract long-term investment. But many believe this move could do more harm than good, especially now. And in a country that imports most of its food, fuel, and medicine, allowing the cedi to float freely could lead to quick depreciation and push the cost of living even higher for everyday Ghanaian. Dr. Kabiru Mahama, a member of parliament from the NPP minority, has warned the Bank of Ghana to halt its excessive currency injection. He believes the central bank's actions are overheating the economy and could erase the hard-earned stability the cedi has gained this year. Civil society groups, labor unions, and business leaders are also speaking out. They say a fully market-driven cedi could cripple local industries, shrink profits, and spark even more financial hardship. All of this comes on top of Ghana's ongoing IMF program. The country is under a $3 billion credit facility, which already comes with tough conditions: public sector wages control, fuel and electricity subsidy cuts, and multiple-year austerity plans. The next disbursement, which is $350 million, is expected this month. But many Ghanaians feel that this program is pushing the country towards pain and not progress. So now, the Bank of Ghana is also firing back. Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama says the cedi strength is not fluke. It's real and is based on strong fundamentals. He points to growing gold exports, better remittance flow, and higher oil earnings. According to him, the cedi's gain is sustainable. Let's look at the real numbers and stop the noise. Let's hear more from him.
Somebody asked me, do you think you can sustain the stability of the exchange rate? And I said, have you read the background data? These things should be informed by the evidence. Everything is out there in our statements. If you go to after MPC, we'll put out lots of data. But it appears in Ghana the way we form our expectations when it comes to the exchange rate is to listen to the Zamna man, is to listen to the Alaji in the corner. And I think that's where the problem is. If you have a country whose trade surplus has doubled compared to last year, if you have a country whose current account has increased from a mere $66 million last year to over $2 billion in the first quarter of this year, why are you surprised when the exchange rate is showing stability? And so my point is, please look at the data, the media. Focus on the data. When you are forming your projections about the exchange rate or whatever variable, look at the data. It's all there. But you notice that in Ghana, we say the exchange rate is going down, and so it keeps going, it keeps going. You notice that trend? And I kept saying that no. When it moves, it's actually protecting the country against external shocks. And so it must move. But it appears it's all about what somebody thinks, and then we all go in that direction. So tomorrow, the moment the Zamra man says, hey, the city will start to appreciate it again, then everybody starts liquidating. If there's anything I want you to remember this morning, is that tell people that these things are macroeconomic variables. They are driven by macroeconomic factors. So just look at the data. And we churn out a lot of this data. We update it all the time. Use that to form your projections about the exchange rate. And if you do that, I believe there will be no doubt in your minds. But again, I cannot emphasize it enough. The way we are forming expectations in this country is not the best. It's all about what somebody thinks, what somebody says. It's never about what does the data say. And that's what I'm saying. If a country's external sector is so strong, why do you have doubt about the exchange rate? Right? The level of international reserves is over 11 billion. Right? Over 11 billion. It's now at 4.8 months of imports cover. And the press is arguing about how much intervention was done in the first quarter. And I'm like, they don't have anything to talk about? Talk about what the figure is now. You have over 11 billion, dollars. Compare that to what it used to be. 4.8 months of imports cover is no joke.
And that is all for today's episode. So, should Ghana trust the free market to manage its currency or protect the cedi through central bank intervention? Even if the IMF disagrees. Let us know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. My name is Sheriff Haruna. Thank you very much for watching. Have a joyful life and see you in the next one. Macron.